Well, hello there, it's Sydney and welcome to my channel. I've been on a journey these past few years and this year. I don't think I have any pictures, but I was dealing with a lot of acne earlier this year. Honestly, for quite a few months, I could not figure out what was wrong, and I still have some discoloration and like scarring from it, but I really got rid of that acne. I just wanted to share these things that I've been loving lately. If you're interested, let's just get into the video. I have gone to the dermatologist and I was able to get a little bit of help with my skin. So if you're having skin issues and you do some of your research and try to fix it yourself, and the things that are supposed to help aren't helping, I definitely recommend going to the dermatologist. So first, going into makeup removal. Personally, I tend to use makeup wipes, but I don't want to recommend them. They're very wasteful, but they are convenient and helpful. So I do just use Dollar Tree 99-cent store makeup wipes. I prefer fragrance-free whenever I can find it, but something I would actually recommend doing is trying out cleansing balms or oils, especially if you do wear makeup. So I've only ever tried this one from Mad Hippie. It's not the best. So this one doesn't emulsify, at least in my opinion. So if you're looking for a facial oil, I would definitely do a little research and find one that is emulsifying. I'm pretty sure Pharmacy cleansing balm is supposed to be really good and have a lot of good ingredients in there. So you use a cleansing oil on dry skin. I'll probably show you that tonight, just to encourage the oil being used. But yeah, this helps get rid of eye makeup, face makeup, all that stuff, mascara, and it's way more gentle than pulling on your face with a makeup wipe and rubbing and all that. You just kind of massage the oil into your skin, and if it does emulsify, then you will wet your hands and then add a little bit of water. So oil cleansing is great even if you don't wear makeup. It's really helpful, especially in the morning, kind of take off that nighttime skincare. So next I will cleanse. So I usually double cleanse if I have makeup on, so I'll do the oil and then another cleanser. Everybody has different skin, so I wouldn't recommend this to everyone. I would recommend it to acne prone skin, but it is just a benzoyl peroxide face wash. This one is from the brand California Skin Institute. So this is in conjunction of California Skin Institute Dermatology. I bought this from the doctor. It was about $25. Not too bad because it has lasted me quite a few months so far, and I'm probably still have like this whole much left. It took a couple weeks for my skin to get used to this. It can be drying, but it did help with the acne. Now, if you're somebody that doesn't need benzoyl peroxide, or if benzoyl peroxide doesn't work for you, or you have a different acne treatment and you just want a nice cleanser, I have a couple that I really like that are really nice and gentle. So the first one is really inexpensive. I found it at Walmart from the brand Earth to Skin, and this is a little sample, but it lasts you quite a long time, and it's only $1.50 for this. I think the full size will be about $10 or something like that. But it's the Honey Manuka cleanser, and it's calming, moisturizing, and soothing, and I just really like this. It's so simple, a little bit more high-end. Cleanser is from the brand Youth to the People. I got this as a free sample from Sephora, and it's lasted me quite a while. I still have halfway to go, and this is the Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. So this is just very gentle, nice, gets a nice little foam going. I just really like calming, cleansing cleansers. I don't really like too much going on. Next is exfoliation. So when it comes to exfoliation, I prefer chemical exfoliants versus physical exfoliants. So physical exfoliants are the exfoliators that are scrubs, have beads or sugar or whatever in them, and chemical exfoliants contain AHAs and BHAs, so salicylic acid, glycolic acid, lots of acids, certain acids that are good for the skin and that help get rid of dead skin cells, push out any, infection, debris, dirt, you know what I mean, skin, anything like that. I just really prefer chemical because it's less invasive on the actual skin. Some chemical exfoliants can be super strong, so you definitely need to work your way up into certain products or certain potencies. If you start off gentle enough, then you most likely won't have any issues at all. I would recommend chemically or even physically, if you're gonna exfoliate, I would recommend doing it at night, not in the morning, just because you are taking off that, you know, top layer of skin, and if you go outside, then it can cause some damage. So definitely wear SPF regardless, but especially if you exfoliate in the morning and you plan to be outside or anything like that. My favorite chemical exfoliant is from the brand Derma E, also one of my favorite skincare brands. This is the Overnight Peel, and this one has alpha hydroxy acids. So this is about 2 ounces. It lasted me quite a while, but I am empty and I want to get a new one very, very soon. I don't know what exactly it does for my skin because I've used similar products and it just doesn't do the same thing, but it actually helps with my hyperpigmentation. Some days I wake up and it's super flared up and super red, but when I use this at night, the next day, my redness is so less red, like it's barely there. So I don't know why. It's super gentle. Another one is from The Ordinary. This is a super popular one. It's the AHA plus BHA peeling solution 10-minute exfoliating facial. So this is the one that looks like blood on your face, and it's like a super dark red color. It almost like drips like blood, like it's kind of thick. This is to be used on clean, dry skin, and you can use it for up to 10 minutes, but if you aren't really a user of chemical exfoliants, I would maybe start at like 3 to 5 minutes and then work your way up to 10. At first it might burn just a little bit, but if your face is dry, it shouldn't burn very much. But since there is some acids in here, and it is gonna help, you know, with some pushing out and purging out anything, it might burn a little, tingle a little, but I personally like when products that are supposed to tingle, if that makes sense. Like if they tingle because they have good ingredients, not because of fragrance, you know? So I've been enjoying using this after I cleanse my face. So I will cleanse and then use one of these before going in with a serum. And I do this about 2 to 4 times a week. It's definitely not recommended to do every day. Some days I do it a little more often than maybe recommended, just because I can feel that my skin needs that. But typically 2 to 4 times a week. Another exfoliant that is also considered to be an acid is lactic acid. So milks contain lactic acid, and I have been using this Freeman Gentle Exfoliating Lactic Acid and Omega-6 Hemp Milk Peel. So this one has hemp milk. Some of them contain coconut milk, almond milk, maybe other ones, but yes, they all have that lactic acid in them. And I really, really like this face mask. So you just put a little bit on your fingers, and you want your skin to be clean and dry as well. If it's even a little moist, it doesn't perform as well. You put a nice little thin layer on the face, wait 15 seconds, and then you start kind of massaging it in, and you will feel your dead skin cells, like your dead skin, like balling up in your fingers. So that one's cool because you really get that sensation and you see the skin, you wipe it off your face and everything like that. But it's a really quick little peel. It only takes like 1 minute. That's why it's called 1 minute peel. So I love this. This has like become a very high favorite of mine. And this was only like $3 or $4, and I've used it a lot, and there's still some left. So I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this. So next, to get into hydrating and all that good stuff, moisturizing, sometimes I go in with an essence. I've only ever tried one essence before, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one, but it's not bad. So the one that I've been using is the e.l.f. Hydrating Water Essence, and I kind of was confused about this at first. I kind of wasn't a fan at first, but I did start falling in love with it. If you have oily skin or a little bit of like combo skin, then I would maybe recommend this in the winter, not so much in the summer, because it can be a little bit too much if you're adding moisturizer and serums on top. You don't need this if you're not super dry. But this is really nice. When I use it, I just kind of put it on my skin when it's kind of damp, almost dry, and it just really adds a little bit more moisture into the skin. I definitely want to try out some more ones, particularly some Korean brand essences. I just thought I would shout this one out because I really actually enjoy it, and I think I got it for under $10. So lately I haven't been using that every day. About a month ago I was, but then I realized my skin was a little bit over moisturized. So I'm gonna go back to that when it gets a little bit colder. Typically after my cleansing, I'll just jump into a serum. If I use the essence, then I'll do the essence and then a serum. So I have been enjoying this brand, Tree of Life Beauty. You can find this brand on Amazon.com, and this is the Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This has no fragrance in it, and it has a lot of nice ingredients. Vitamin E, vitamin C, jojoba oil, geranium, green tea, and stuff like that. So it's pretty gentle and just has like a nice blend of stuff. It's not like super high, like I guess I would say that the hyaluronic acid is the third ingredient in here, so it's not too bad. But I do enjoy it. It does nice things for my skin. I've also tried their Niacinamide Serum, and I like that one as well. So wanted to shout out Tree of Life Beauty. I like mixing up and trying out new serums. Like, I don't really repurchase serums that often, but one that I have repurchased a couple times is from Derma E, and it's the vitamin C serum. And so this one is, you know, vitamin C with some hyaluronic acid as well. So this will kind of brighten up the skin, and the hyaluronic acid helps plump up the skin, kind of fill in any fine lines and just help retain moisture. So if you use hyaluronic acid, you do, at least personally from my research, you do want to kind of like set that acid in with a moisturizer. I wouldn't recommend just using hyaluronic acid and having that be your moisturizer, if that makes sense. So I really love this one. Vitamin C is really good for brightening and helping with scarring and hyperpigmentation, things like that. And then another serum that I've fell in love with, I got a sample from Ulta. It's from Lancome, and it's the Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Concentrate. So I only got this little amount right here, and I really like this serum. I'm pretty sure it's over $100, or at least like $90 for like a big size, you know. Trying to justify buying that, but this just really made my skin look so good. I definitely have to say that. Though over the past month, I've really been liking my skin, and I think this is having to do with it. It's all gone now, so it's sad, but if you are looking to splurge, this is really good. But if you're not looking to splurge and you want to try it, sign up with Ulta's little reward system, and your birthday month you can get a free one. And then in the morning, after I put on some serum, I will go ahead and add some Azelaic Acid gel, and this is just to help with that hyperpigmentation and redness that I have going on the cheeks. So I'll just kind of rub some on my cheeks. Yeah, and this was just prescribed to me from the dermatologist, so yep, that's part of my routine. It's kind of hard for me to find a good moisturizer that doesn't irritate my skin, break out my skin, and that is actually moisturizing, but I found a couple that I really like. So for daytime, I've been using the Korres Greek Yogurt Probiotic Gel Cream. It says that it's time-released hydration, so this is really nice. I think it does give a time-released hydration. It seems to kind of give me a glow when I put it on, and then for hours I'll kind of be glowing. I find that it works well under makeup. I'm almost out, but it's just like a white cream gel. At nighttime, I've been using this Andalo Naturals Coconut Milk Firming Mask. Andalo Naturals is becoming one of my favorite skincare brands, but this is just a firming mask, but I've been using it every night as a nighttime moisturizer. So this has coconut milk, amino and essential fatty acids. You can put it on, you know, for 10 to 20 minutes and then rinse, but I just put it on and wear it overnight. It smells really good, but I don't think it's like, I don't think they added anything irritating. I've looked up the ingredients before and they're pretty impressive. The very first ingredient is aloe vera, and it smells like coconut with a little bit of mint, and I know that sounds weird, and if I heard that, I would not buy something that even smells like at all. It's really moisturizing and soothing on my skin. I also like to use eye cream. I used to not really believe in eye cream, and I definitely think as long as you have good ingredients in your regular moisturizers, you don't necessarily need eye cream, but it's fun to have. And also, if you do want to kind of perfect a certain area, add a certain ingredient like that just is super hydrating or something that isn't in your regular moisturizer, then you know, I get why you would want to use eye cream. And also, I like my eyes to feel super moist, you know, and I find that eye creams help with that more than just a regular moisturizer. So this right here is not an eye cream, but I really liked it and I used it all the way up. And this is from Vichy. It's the Aqualia Thermal like moisturizer, but I used it as an eye cream and it was really nice. It really was nice and creamy under the eyes and still performed well with makeup on top. My holy grail favorite right now is from Earth to Skin. You can find it at Walmart. This is $10 right here, and it is the Banana Brightening Eye Cream. So I'm not really a fragrance person, you know, as I keep saying, but this smells like bananas and I love it so much. It has a yellow color, so I think it actually does do a little bit of brightening for me, but more than that, it actually moisturizes. It's very, very nice and creamy. Makeup goes really good on top of it. Eye cream is usually my last step besides lip balm, but we can't forget about sunscreen. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best about sunscreen, but when I know I'm gonna be outside for sure, I definitely put on sunscreen. Sometimes I just add it when I'm putting on my makeup before I go in with my makeup, like a couple hours after I put on my skincare, or I will just use my SPF as my moisturizer so I'm not too greasy or too much moisture going on. So this is a really good sunscreen. This is from the brand Purito, which is a Korean brand, and it's the Centella Green Level Unscented Sunscreen SPF 50. So this one's essential oil free, fragrance free, suitable for all skin types. It contains organic UV filters, and it's calming and moisturizing, and there's no sticky or white cast. So this is pretty much a miracle SPF. A lot of people don't like using SPF, and I didn't really like using SPF because the other types of chemicals that are put in a lot of, especially American SPF face lotions, are not good for the face. They break a lot of people out, and they broke me out pretty bad. So wearing that almost ruined my skin, so I didn't like it. Another reason why you would want to use zinc oxide, I believe that's what it's called, but a more natural sunscreen chemical, is because it helps with our reefs. If you are using zinc oxide, or I think maybe titanium, it doesn't cause any damage to the ocean, but the other ones do cause a lot of damage to coral reefs and things of that nature. So I would definitely recommend going for natural when it comes to SPF. Also, if you have a deeper skin tone, this one doesn't leave a white cast. I would recommend this to anyone, even if you aren't super sensitive. Alrighty, so I have two more products. So when my skin is just really going through it, or a little dry and my moisturizer doesn't seem to be doing the trick, I sometimes add oil to my moisturizer. Sometimes I just add it on top, or I just mix it in. And I really like Rosehip Oil. It's pretty good. Sometimes it can be irritating for some people. So I've heard squalene oil is a little less irritating. So I want to try squalene oil soon. But Rosehip Oil actually helped clear some of my acne a couple years ago. So I have a, you know, special place in my heart for it. This one's from the brand Mary Tyler Naturals, and it's from Amazon. And yeah, when my eyes are feeling a little irritated, or like I just don't feel moist enough, I'll go ahead and tap a little bit like on my forehead or under my eyes. I usually don't use this during the day, only at night. And then when I have blemishes, I really, really love these Hanhu blemish patches. They're non-medicated hydrocolloid spot treatments. So they're just little clear circle stickers. A lot of brands are starting to make these, and some brands make really cute ones, but This one just looks like this, nothing fancy. But what I like about these so much is they help dry out any acne, any pimples. They also protect your blemish. Every time I use this, my pimples go down. I usually put them on at night, wear it when I go to sleep, wake up the next day, and the redness goes down, the size goes down, everything. So these are like almost pretty much holy grail, necessary, needed in my life all the time kind of things. I can get them for $2.50 a pack. Other brands are selling these for $16 or more, and it's kind of crazy. This one comes with 36 patches, and I think that $2.50 is a steal compared to the other brands. I find this one at Walmart, and they tend to run low a lot, so when I see them I grab 2 or 3. But I definitely love these. Shout them out. I recommend them to anyone that deals with pimples, whether it's hormonal during that time of the month or regularly. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe before you go if you haven't. I'm sending you all the love and all the good vibes. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you in my next video real soon. Peace out.